Today, I'm attempting to recreate viral AI slime trends. Hit subscribe and let's get started. Okay, so the first one I want to recreate is this fishbowl one, which is basically just a clear slime inside of a fishbowl with loads of little aquarium add-ins. I thought this looked a little bit bland and boring, so I'm going to try and make it a bit more interesting than the AI one, and I'm going to add a light to the bottom of it. I just found this small LED light on Amazon, and I covered it in cling film because I didn't want the slime to ruin it. But I'm actually so excited to see how this works because I literally can make it any color with the remote. I used a tiny bit of clear slime on the bottom of the light and then stuck it in this plastic fishbowl I bought, and I'm just doing this so it doesn't move when I put the other things in and it doesn't start floating to the top. Now that was done, it was now time to make the first part of the slime, and to start with, I'm just going to pour some clear glue into a bowl with some glycerin. Now, of course, I need to activate this, but I'm not actually going to activate it that much because I kind of want it sticky, because the next ingredient is something I've never used in slime before: aquarium rocks. I had no idea if these were going to stick into the slime, so keeping the base pretty sticky was kind of just me trying to give it the best possible chance of working. And I have to say, I am absolutely obsessed with this texture. Not only did they stick in, but they stuck so well that I literally had to add even more than I thought I was going to add to give it this super satisfying, super crunchy texture. Now the first slime was made, it was time to start the assembly of the fishbowl, and I basically just pushed this to the base and then squished it around the edges, making sure that the light was still visible in the middle. Of course, I'm going to try and make this look as realistic as possible, so I bought a ton of different fishbowl ornaments and then just selected my favorite out, along with some of these super cute fish, because what is a fishbowl without fish? Now that I had a solid collection of the things I'm adding into it, it was time to start actually adding them into it. So I placed all the kind of rainbow coral reef around the edges of the bowl, along with the little plant, which looked so cute, then used some more of the pink aquarium rocks to coat the top of the slime. And I did this to kind of give it a nice crust and make it look as authentic as possible. The next step, of course, is going to be the water, so I'm just adding some clear slime into the middle here to protect the light, and then started filling the rest of the fishbowl up. Instead of just chucking the rest of the add-ins in, I had to be a bit more careful and kind of had to map out where I wanted them in the bowl. Now all the fish were in, it was time to actually fill the tank up with the rest of the water or clear slime. And I was so obsessed with how this was already looking. In fact, I kind of just want to make another one of these to keep. Of course, I put the big light in the center of it, so I wanted to turn it on and test a few different colors out, and I really feel like this made an insane difference and literally made the fishbowl glow. I feel like this would just be such a cool light to keep in my room, and after going through all the colors, I kind of settled on the pink and the light blue. Playing with it like this was actually really satisfying too, and because it looked so real, it really felt kind of wrong to be doing this. In fact, I decided to actually keep the two slimes separate, and that way the fish can stay in the water and not get mushed into the base. I can't believe that a slime this simple looks this good, and I don't know why I haven't thought about doing this before. And once all of the slime was out of the fishbowl, it kind of looked like a fishbowl had leaked all over my table. Of course, there was still the other half of the slime still in the bottom of the container, and it was still the same super crunchy, satisfying texture. And I really love that I've kept these separate because then I can just remake this. I have to say, I think we kind of outdid the AI because I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Okay, so the next AI slime we have is actually a video game remote controller slime, which I have never seen or heard of before, but it's basically just a controller that when broken oozes with green slime. Now I knew this was going to be a challenge, so I decided to buy a controller mold, and to actually make the controller and make it hard, I'm going to pour wax into this. I have to say, I kind of thought this would just be like putting chocolate in a mold, but wax does not act the same, and this was actually the hardest part. The wax was kind of too hot and then kind of too solid, so I ended up having to scrape some half-dried wax around the edges to make sure everything was sealed, because we cannot have any leaks from this. The next step was actually making the green slime that's going to ooze out the controller. I'm just using some pre-made clear slime, and then I'm adding some of this green glitter to it. Along with the glitter, I also added some green dye because I really want this to be neon and stand apart from the controller. This looked so beautiful, and the green and the glitter just went together perfectly, and I think it's really gonna pop. Now that was made and the wax had cooled down and solidified, it was time to actually start the assembly of this. I just gently placed some of the green slime into the remote, and I really had to be careful not to overfill it and create a really smooth flat base for the rest of the wax to go on top. It was so important that this was smooth and I didn't add too much slime because otherwise the wax wouldn't seal the slime in. But luckily, I think I actually added the perfect amount. I let that sit for about 30 minutes, and it was now time for the most nerve-wracking part of this, which is taking it out of the mold, making sure it actually worked and not breaking it in the process. And I just had to be so careful and gentle with this, and it finally came out the mold in one piece. I was so happy with how this looked, but it kind of just looks like white chocolate right now. So So I need to make it actually look like a remote controller, and I tried to do it with some of this edible spray. This worked the last time I dyed wax with it, but this was just not looking good. It was kind of too watery, and it wasn't really sticking to the controller at all. And even after I let it dry, it kind of started to form cracks. So I had to use something a little bit stronger, like this black acrylic paint. At first, I was thinking maybe it's to do with the wax, because this didn't seem to be sticking at first, but I just kept going, and eventually it did. And after I let it sit for 24 hours, it was looking so realistic. Unfortunately, there must have been a tiny crack because a little bit of slime slipped out, but I think we were okay because it was just a tiny bit. I then decided to be a little extra, as you guys know I can be, and I added all individual buttons to this remote. This was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and some of the buttons are a little bit messy, but overall I think the extra detail was 100% worth it, because this looked so real. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and it was time to destroy this. You cannot tell me that this does not look 10 times better than the AR. And the ASMR this made was absolutely insane. Okay, so the next one I'm going to try recreate is basically kind of an amethyst looking one. It kind of looked like there's a hard rocky edge and then kind of like crystals in the middle. So the first thing I want to do is kind of make the crust around it. For this, I'm just making a clear base with some glue and glycerin and then adding some instant snow in it to make a cloud slime. I know it's not necessarily a hard texture, but it is a thicker slime texture, and I just feel like it'll look better. I actually made this a little bit too hard and overactivated it, so I had to go in with a little bit more water, so the texture was a bit more like an icy slime, but it was still really soft and squishy, just a little bit less fluffy. In the video, there's kind of a darker layer and a lighter layer, so I decided to split these up and dye one black, and I just used some more acrylic paint because I'm trying to give it like a grey kind of black color. Now, because of the layers of this slime, I decided it was actually probably time to start assembling it. So I used a glass dish similar to the one used in the video, and then just kind of pressed it around the edge, and I kind of just wanted it to be a crust on the sides. Now the dark crust was in, it was time to go in with the rest of the slime and just press it around the edges again. Originally, I was going to fill the base in too, but I'm actually really glad I didn't, and you'll see why. To make the purpley crystally part, I'm going in with some clear slime and then this iridescent pink glitter. Of course, this has to be purple, so I'm also dyeing it purple, and then just mix that all together. I was actually a little bit hesitant on using that type of glitter, and I was going to use a finer kind, but I'm actually really glad I used this because it's kind of cut in shards like actual crystal and looks really pretty when the light hits it through the slime. Now all parts of the slime were made, it was time to add the final layer of slime into this. It looked pretty cool right now, and the colors were really pretty, but it didn't look like a crystal at all, so it was time to go in with something else. I found these really beautiful clear crystals that I knew would work perfectly for this slime, and I just placed those on the top layer of the purple. At this point, it was looking a lot better, but I just felt like it was still missing something. I wanted it to kind of glow and look a bit more magical, so I used these LED lights and then kind of just placed them into the center of the slime. You can't really see it on camera as much, but this was really glowing. It looked so pretty. I felt like in the video there was a bit more of a crust, so I used a little bit of the leftover melted wax and then poured it around the edges of the crystals. I love how this looked, and I know it's going to add a really satisfying crunch to the texture as well. To make it even prettier, I decided to go in with a little bit of gold leaf and kind of just dab it on the edges and the corners where I thought it would look good. I feel like gold leaf can literally elevate any slime, and it just works with everything. To give it one last final touch, I decided to go in with a little bit of pigment around the white edges just to give it a little bit of a pearlescent shine. I was actually so pleased with how this turned out. It definitely doesn't look identical to the AI, but this slime was seriously so beautiful, and I'm so excited for the crunch. I was seriously so obsessed with all of the layers and textures in this slime, and I feel like the purple and the black go together so well. Surprisingly, the end texture was actually really nice too, but it definitely isn't as pretty as it was. Well, I had so much fun recreating these AI slimes into real ones. Personally, the real ones are always going to top it for me, and I'm actually really impressed with how some of these turned out. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to hit subscribe. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.